Remco Evenepoel is one of the biggest names in the world of cycling, and since his emergence in 2018 in the Innsbruck World Championships, he's soared from heights to even bigger heights in his very young career. Remco Evenepoel is also the first newly crowned double Olympic champion as well, and this year he's also proved his Grand Tour doubters wrong by finishing third in his first ever Tour de France and even winning the white jersey. And with that success, he has attracted plenty of suitors. But is Soudal Quickstep the right place for the Belgian superstar to maximize his potential? Remco Evenepoel became the face of the team that was traditionally a classics and sprinters squad, and the redevelopment of the team by Patrick Lefevere happened after Remco Evenepoel joined the team in 2019 on the back of his dominant performance in the Junior World Road Race and the Junior Time Trial, and the fact that he'd been labeled the next Eddie Merckx. He really had some super impressive performances. In fact, in the whole junior season, he stamped his authority all over the junior ranks. Since signing with the Belgian outfit, Remco has won an incredible amount of stage races, one-day races, stages in Grand Tours, and even 2 editions of Liège-Bastogne-Liège, along with La Vuelta a España in 2022, and of course winning 2 World Championships as well. Remco signed a huge deal with Quickstep, and it seemed that Lefevere had pretty much locked Remco in for most of his best years on paper. However, in the world of sport, nothing is set in stone. The rumors of Remco Evenepoel and his father being unhappy was rumored back in 2022, where he was having talks with Ineos Grenadiers, who were very interested in the superstar. But nothing came of it, as the British outfit were of course looking for a replacement for their injured superstar Egan Bernal. And even in 2023 there was a bit of uncertainty, as it looked like Visma Lease Bike and Soudal Quickstep were on the verge of merging, much to the annoyance of Remco Evenepoel, and that also sparked these talks. And in 2021 as well, we had the same kind of thing, where it was a financial instability of the team that was the concern and could have triggered some sort of transfer as well. In 2023, Remco Evenepoel didn't have the best luck in the Grand Tours, despite winning stages in both the Giro and in the Vuelta. And in the Vuelta, he looked very dominant early on, winning a fantastic stage into Andorra until he was dropped on the Tourmalet, but he soon bounced back to win 2 more stages and also the Mountains jersey. In 2024, the season was designed around his Tour de France debut, and his superb performance yielded a stage win in the time trial and of course that white jersey, along with that 3rd place on the podium. But this is where the chatter of Remco Evenepoel leaving to a new super team in the form of Redbull Bora Hansgrohe started gaining some traction, with sources saying that potentially this new super team could try and poach Remco Evenepoel after the team had enjoyed some new influx of money courtesy of Red Bull, and then potentially looking past their newly crowned Vuelta champion of Primož Roglič to someone who has a few more years left in the tank and could be the face of the team for many years to come. These rumors were rumors, but never categorically denied by the Remco Evenepoel camp. But until now, it seems Remco Evenepoel would still be within the Belgian outfit, who has pretty much given him everything he's wanted and even changed the whole dynamic of the team. But there is a bit of worry, as the team has lost a few riders like Jan Hurt to other rival teams, and his chief lieutenant Mikel Landa is not getting any younger, so an influx of climbers and support riders could potentially ease the concern for Remco. Nevertheless, if Remco were to leave Soudal Quickstep, where would be the best option for him? Ineos Grenadiers, as mentioned, would offer potentially a better team Grand Tour wise, but it seems that the team is a sinking ship with many of their experienced staff leaving for other teams, so that might not be a lucrative scenario even if the salary is matched or exceeded. Israel Premier Tech is another team that has been mentioned. The Pro Continental team looks like it is preparing for a return to the World Tour, and with an injection of youthful talent in their ranks, a departure from their previous transfer policy, as they even have the current Tour de l'Avenir winner of Joe Blackmore within their ranks. But the team does not match up against Soudal Quickstep on paper. Then we return to Redbull Bora Hansgrohe, which is the one that has been most linked to securing the superstar signature, as with the new sponsor, they have a bigger reputation and facilities and the budget as well to match. Redbull Bora Hansgrohe have of course accrued a number of riders in the last few years, even prior to the Red Bull sponsorship, with the likes of Alexander Vlasov, Jide Hindley, Primož Roglic and Daniel Martinez, some very solid climbers that are very strong and better than what Soudal Quickstep have to offer. But then if we return to Remco Evenepoel, what does he want? His focus of course is to be the best in the sport, and to do that he will need to win the Tour de France, which looks a bit of a challenge against the likes of Vingegaard and Pogačar. But if he were to join a super team like Redbull Bora Hansgrohe, he would have more support in those crucial moments perhaps. But in the 2024 Tour de France, it didn't come down to teammates in the end on the climbs. It was more of a straight up head-to-head with Pogačar and Vingegaard, and there were no teammates really that could help. Landa was frequently the last helper of the three teams. Red Bull do have more sport facilities, better climbers within their team, so this is a factor for sure, and they are the new shining team on the block, and they could definitely exceed his salary at Soudal Quickstep, as before Red Bull came in, the team were able to reportedly sign Roglic on a €6 million deal, so they could definitely give this to Remco Evenepoel as well, or even exceed it. So it really comes down to what Remco Evenepoel wants. At Quickstep he has everything at his disposal, he is the leader. Would he have to share leadership at Bora? That could maybe be something that could concern him, but it could also make him even stronger if there is a challenge within the team and he rises to that challenge and becomes even stronger. Remco Evenepoel has proved that he can match an even better Primož Roglic, who is nearing the end of his career despite winning the Vuelta a España this year. So Remco Evenepoel, if he did sign, would be the natural successor of the team to the Slovenian, and he would also be able to keep his specialized bikes, and that would make this sponsor very happy, as Bora and Soudal, they both share that bike brand, so he wouldn't need to change bike sponsors and they would be kept happy. From Soudal Quickstep, this would be an absolute nightmare scenario. They would lose everything that they've transformed the team in the last few years for their young superstar. The loyalty between him and Patrick Lefevere is what might be one of the reasons. Redbull Bora Hansgrohe of course would love this scenario. A young superstar, a hot name, and the current double Olympic champion. They could get a lot of marketing gold out of that, and potentially that is what they're willing to pay a high dollar for as well. They would probably have to buy out the rest of his contract and then match or even surpass a higher salary. But will Remco Evenepoel have a higher chance of winning the Tour de France with this team? That remains to be seen, but let me know in the comments down below if you think Remco Evenepoel should be moving to Redbull Bora Hansgrohe, or should he stay with Soudal Quickstep. But anyways, with that, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, and of course as always, and with that, thank you for watching, and I will see you around.